the curvature of the Earth and boats over the curve. So you can't see the curvature, you cannot see the curvature because the Earth is too big, they say, but you can see ships sail over the horizon. The dilemma, so you get the point. So Earth is too big. Earth is too big to see the curve. But then they say ships disappear over Earth's curve. But the distance I see to the ship is very small compared to the Earth. So how is that working? The magic ball Earth, small enough to watch ships disappear over the curve, but too big to see the curve at 100,000 feet in space. Now, okay, so I have a human intelligence, my brain, which is made in the image of the creators, such as it's written in the ancient texts. I'm trying to understand all this because you can't see the curvature because the Earth is too big. So in space, the Earth is super big and we see no curvature. But yet at ground level, at sea level, we see the curve of the ships. So what happens to the boats and the ships beyond the curve? According to spherical trigonometry, when you do the calculations, because the Earth is a globe, right? So everything is pure science and it's spherical trigonometry. And me here, my eye level in the horizon, I can't see the ship anymore because the ship is hidden by the curvature of the spinning ball Earth with curved water on the exterior of the sphere or the spheroid or whatever. But at eye level, we observe. So does what we observe reflect what we were taught? So I look at sea level and I see the ships. When I do a zoom with lenses with the P1000 camera or other lenses, like the military has lenses in their devices. Amazing. I think this is Lake Pontchartrain, if I'm in the States, in the USA. They say ships disappear over the curve there in the horizon, at eye level at the horizon. Well, there is no curvature anywhere here. So once you go to with an airplane or with a drone and you see the whole lake, you see that bridge is flat on the flat surface of the flat water. There is no curvature going down over those 23 miles, which according to the calculation of the trigonometry of the sphere, has to be going down a 266 feet of curve, but everything is super flat. You don't go down or up. So where is then this Earth paper towel roll shaped? Why paper towel? Because, on a paper towel, you go down on the curve, right? So, at sea level, that ship should go down on the spinning ball Earth curved water, and the curved water is attached to the spinning sphere of the Earth, right? So that's just the way it should be. Ships disappear over Earth's curve. Flat horizon. Toilet roll Earth theory. But why is the toilet roll Earth theory not visible in the reality of the real world? So spherical trigonometry dictates the surface of all standing water must curve downward equally in all directions. It's called sea level for good reason, because we see the flat sea and the flat level. Because there is no curvature from left to right, there cannot be any curvature from near to far or any other directions. See, all directions. We've done maths in school, right? So we know how to interpret the directions on the X, Y, Z. So this is what we see. First, we start in the reality of the real world with our naked eye. And then we start zooming, right? We see a dot there if you look closely, but yeah, for someone like me who has problems with eyesight and have to use glasses, this is Canada by the way, we don't see anything. Then we zoom and we start seeing something there. Then we zoom more and you see the ship. Oh, and then we zoom at maximum level of the camera and we see that the ship is there. So where is the curvature? Where is the toilet roll Earth theory? Boats don't sail over a curve. You just zoom up and they'll reappear. It's how perspective works on a plane. This is physics and reality of the world. This is how perspective works with cameras and with the eye. So send a person with short garments walking away from a camera placed a few inches off the ground. Once the subject has advanced half the length of the football field, the bottom of his garments will seem to touch the ground. It's an illusion. And arriving at the opposite end of the field, the lower body will have disappeared. The upper part of the body would continue visible, but gradually shortening until the entirety of the person was hidden from view. That's what's called in horizon the vanishing line of the ground plane. All points at the same height as the camera project to the horizon, and points higher than the camera project above the horizon. So the person is still there. It's in the distance. This is how the sun and the moon work. When you have the sunrise and the sunset, when you have the sunset and the sun goes far away into the distance, it moves further away from you. And you think you see the sun disappearing because of something. It doesn't disappear because it goes beyond the curvature. It disappears because of perspective and distance. So you don't see it anymore because it's too far away. If you would be Superman or you just fly with an airplane at the same speed, you would see the sun all the time. And that's it. It's the same thing works on the oceans and the seas with long distance photography, with buildings and houses and ships, and on the other shores, if you do like long distance photography from a shore to a shore, from islands or from the coast and to an island. And then people say, so why can't I see these questions? Why can't I see China from America or something like that, or like Japan from America? Have you ever heard of diffraction limit? Even the military equipment has limitations in their lenses. People seem that they don't want to understand the reality of the real world, is science and technology. Everything is science and technology. When they ask those questions about, so why can't I see Europe from America or America from Europe across the Atlantic Ocean? I'm like, what part of basic physics in school about perspective, distance, and diffraction limit and limit of the lenses you didn't attend? Because this is like basic physics in secondary school. You don't even have to go to university or like high school. This is junior high school. Not even junior high school. It was probably primary school. Because I've learned about perspective when I was in primary school. I think I was like in third or fourth grade. In primary school, they already taught us, especially in painting class. We had like these painting lessons and also the design lessons on paper. And we did some maths as well. And already the whole idea of perspective and a plane, how to translate perspective and to understand perspective was something normal in primary school. I don't understand. It's so hard for me to understand these questions. And when they say, the curvature, what curvature? Or what is it that you don't understand about sea level and flat water? Or like the horizon, the vanishing point, the perspective, the limit of technological equipment. And the military has equipment which has like a lot of good possibilities, because they see hundreds of kilometers in order to, of course, they use radar as well. Radar only works on a flat plane. They use high advanced lenses, which also have like a limit, because they have a limit, but they also use radar to send the rockets and the intercontinental ballistic missiles in calculation of their points of shooting and bombarding when it's needed. So one of my favorite photos is this one, because it shows the bridge. It's so awesome when you see everything from high up in the sky. And this one, it's so amazing. You do the zoom, you just zoom. So this is like a domestic common camera for you and me, like the Nikon P900 or the Nikon P1000. Imagine being in the military. You would see more into the distance, of course, but until a certain point. And then even those advanced military equipments have a certain limit. And our limit can be dozens of kilometers, or even 100 kilometers, or even 400 kilometers. Their limits can be maybe 1,000 kilometers. Who knows? So, especially because the military also has these contracts they need to sign. There's a very documentary that states how military people and men, even after they leave the military, they have these contracts of confidentiality, and they can't speak about these things like the flat world and the flat surface of the water, because military equipment works only because the earth is flat, and that's it. There's no other way around it. So see you guys in the next video.